All right, now come on in, come on in. Good late morning to everyone. Meow Meow was the first in the chat. Welcome to you. Come on in the room. So originally this live was just set up because I was doing some reconfigurations on my channel, just doing some updates, and I finally figured out a way to attempt to turn on my redirects. And so I asked YouTube cameras privately just to check and see if she can do it, right? So when I first put that out there, it was prior to, it was in the back chat, it was prior to the whole debacle that went down with Mr. ZX. I'm going to be here for a good time, but not a long time. So, as my title says, Mr. ZX, sir, listen. I was one of the women in the chat that said, my children don't owe me anything. And a couple of other women said it. Sir, you went ballistic. So here's my response to you. My children don't owe me anything. And I stand 10 toes down on that. Hey, Nessie, baby, I stand 10 toes down on that. My children don't owe me anything because they're children. My children are not in their 40s and 50s. They're young, and it's still my job to guide them. That's one reason my children don't owe me anything. Another reason my children don't owe me anything is because I made a decision to bring them into this world. I still owe my children because I still have to raise them and guide them and teach them how to be women. That's my job. That's my duty. It's not their job to figure it out for themselves so then they can in turn come and have to take care of me. Now, let me tell you why. Some people say, oh, no, I do owe my parents, blah, 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 whoopty woo. But those are older adult children who have experienced life and had ups and downs. So at this point, they understand the value of their parents and the things that they've done for their parents. I am not ignoring the comments. I see everybody that's coming in, but if I start looking at the comments, I'll get sidetracked. Those older adult women that said that in the chat, they're older adult women. They've bumped their head. They've made mistakes. Their parents are getting older. Their parents did their job. So in turn, yes, it is their job to make sure their parents good towards their end of life season, right? But as a woman, I am saying my children don't owe me anything. And I don't care how you feel about it. Now, sir, I was trying to be cordial. You know, in the past, you did some things that I didn't agree with, but recently you have been presenting yourself in a different light, in a different manner, and I believe everybody can change. I also believe that everybody deserves a fair chance because what you experience with other people and what other people experience with you may not be my experience. But the way you spoke to us, because we disagree with you, it's fine, YouTube cameras. I just need to make sure I got the redirect. This, if you know, since I just said, this happened right before, my request was right before ZX kicked off. And I just want to respond because his responses was very disrespectful and belligerent because we didn't jump on his bandwagon for him to try to disrespect and drag Lemon and potentially Lemon's mother. You know what I'm saying? That is the only reason we had to be called dumb and stupid because we didn't agree with what he was saying because his route was not to come and say something to to make it be like, okay, yeah, you respect your mother, you owe your mom, blah, blah, blah. It was to take a dig at Lemon, but it went the wrong way. I'm going to say it again. My children don't owe me anything. When I was growing up, and I always talk about my mom, my stepdad, and my dad, they taught me how to be an independent woman. They taught me how to get a career. They taught me how to navigate from the ghetto to the suburb. They taught me, they didn't have a lot of book smarts, but they had street smarts. You know what I'm saying? They had the street smarts. So they told me to go get book smart. When my mother died, and prior to her dying, I took damn good care of her. She didn't have to ask me. Okay? Because when you raise your children right, they're going to want to take care of you because you love them. And now it's their turn to love you. I remember when my mother was younger, she used to always tell me, this is why I got insurance. This is why I did this, because I don't ever want my children to have the burden of having to take care of me or feeling like they owed me something, because that's what a real parent does. But they do that by teaching them and educating them and loving them. To me, working in a geriatric community, you can tell the children who messed over their parents, lived a trashy life, and didn't honor their parents based on their activities and their mindset, because now they feel like they owe their parents something. Versus the children that may have made mistakes, but they know that they're doing right by their parent. They know they're doing right by their parent. Welcome everyone coming in. You can tell the difference. You can tell the absolute difference in those children, their upbringings, their mindset. It's people out here that save money specifically so their children don't have to take care of them. It's people out here with wheels and different things like that specifically. Listen, when I get to the point where I can't fend for myself, this is what you do for me. Because some people truly feel like their kids don't owe them anything. That's the parent perspective. That's the parent perspective. What we were saying was, as a parent, my children don't owe me anything. That's what we were saying. But because we didn't jump on this bandwagon and dig into the situation, again, it didn't go in his favor. Some things with women, with responsible adults, is not, you can't play on our emotions. We raising our children. We teaching our children how to build and have their own. We teaching, no, girl, listen, it ain't in my head. But I just want to respond, because we Black women, right? We women. You know what I'm saying? We women. And it was a lot of women that was saying my children don't owe me nothing. So he's a non-factor. By which you see, I'm not cursing, I'm not being belligerent, because I don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just simply speaking for the women who said my kids don't owe me nothing, blah, 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 wooty woo. And that's why I have a channel and I have a voice, right? All right, let me get out the comments. I am not going to drag nobody. Respect, but so Joy, I get what you're saying, but what I'm talking about is I'm looking at it along the lines as a mom, as someone who took care of my mom, as someone who's going to be taking care of my dad when he starts to get to a point where he can't care for himself or something. So, and my parents never put me in a position to feel like I owe them something. And I'm never going to put my children in that position to feel like they owe me something. And again, the only people in my experience, in my life, in my professional experience, that ever felt like they owed their parents something, when we talking about mindsets and different things, because it is a duty to take care for the sick and the elderly, your parents. But that tirade, was ridiculous. And then he just disrespected us because we had our own opinion. It was kind of like, bro, what is you on? Like, now my daughter grown. She work. She always be like, Mom, what you want? I usually be like, girl, just buy me a dinner or something. You know what I'm saying? No, mommy, you got me through this. And she 20. And I tell her, baby, you don't owe me nothing. I want you to build you. I want you to have your own life. Take care of me when I can't take care of myself, but you don't owe it to me. But see, when you raise your kids right, they gonna automatically feel like it's their duty to make sure you good. There's a difference between being owed something and being given something out of respect. Hence this comment right here. I didn't expect to get a lot from this live. Again, I was doing some reconfigurations on my computer and trying to figure out how and why I couldn't get redirects. Exactly. So when I went and I asked YouTube cameras just to check and see if she can do it, if anybody's seen it in the beginning, it's my first initial title said testing live. It wasn't to really be live and give a lot of content. But then when ZX started talking, because we can all go back and see for ourselves, she was calling my name. I typed in the back chat. He started talking. Boom. So this wasn't really intended originally. I'm just responding because a couple of us was disrespected, and I am a woman, and I am a mother, and I am somebody's daughter. You know what I'm saying? So right. But here's the thing. Joy Queen, you are absolutely right, baby. It ain't about teaching them. I'm speaking for the women. Sometimes it takes just one person to say, listen, dog, I ain't feeling that. And you ain't going to talk to me any kind of way. You're not going to disrespect me because of my opinion. And you're not going to be nasty to me because I'm in somebody else's chat stating my opinion that I don't agree with you, sir. So, Mr. ZX, stay the fuck away from me, sir. And I mean that. If I'm on a panel, hello. But fuck you. Because he ain't like, you got one time with me, bro. One time. And that was it. I'm paying your ass dust from now on. And anybody who know me, who's been around, who's been watching me, when I say that, I mean it. You want to drag me or do whatever it is that you're doing, sir, that's fine. But see, you ain't gonna dogpile on me and call me stupid. And my name is motherfucking LaDawn. And like my daddy said years ago, and he keeps saying, because he's your elder, when you see a motherfucker carrying on and cutting up about their parents and wanting to do all these things, it's because they the motherfuckers that ain't doing right. It's because they got guilt trips. And when I lost my mom, it was proven. That's all I got to say about that. I don't know if the redirect worked. If it did not work, thank you to those who came. No, he called us dumb, Miss Melissa. I don't know if he was calling us dumb. He was screaming at us. Like, it was just ridiculous. Yeah, hey, Bird, it was just ridiculous. But no, listen. No, sir. No, sir. And again, my kids don't owe me nothing, but I'm still grooming and teaching my kids. I'm still taking care of my babies. I'm still setting up my end of life for my babies. And hopefully, if things kick off for me, like things kick off for a lot of these successful older Black men and women, I'm going to try my damnedest to make sure my kids ain't got to feel like they owe me nothing. because their first relationship should be to their most high. One believes in God, Jehovah. They both believe in Jehovah, because that's what I taught them. And that's who's first, Jehovah. Thank you, Sarah Van. Anyone for me, thank you. I believe there may be a few of the people that came over. Like I said, this truly was a test to see if I could get redirects, because people been getting on me about it. And that just popped up. That subject popped up. And I know people are saying ignore him, but he said women empowerment, and he talked this black empowerment stuff and this women's stuff. And I am a woman, and I am a mother, and I am a daughter. And so I didn't really feel the need to come and drag him and belittle him, because I tell y'all all the time, I have fun, and some of these things are satire, but this was not the live to be messy. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of going to be not dragging people. I'm going to do my satire. Yeah, but simply, I am not going to tolerate the disrespect, because he was talking to specific people. And I was one of the first that commented at that. Ain't nobody going to jump on his bandwagon because he want to try to prove a point. I am a woman, and I'm going to continue to be a woman. And I'm an advocate for women. I'm an advocate for mothers, daughters, sister, grandmother, and great grandmothers, whoever. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to advocate for them. That may not bring me views. That may turn people away from me, but that's all right. Because one thing about the Most High is things are ever changing in life, and things are forever being replaced. And I never know. 3 weeks from now, this video might have more views than I anticipated. Just off me trying to do a test, because people who are watching me and trying to help me guide, it's like, you need to fix the redirects. You need to do this. You need to do that. And I see new names in here, and I'm grateful for that. But no, you're not going to run that. We're not going to run that over here. We're not going to run it women empowerment and all that goofy shit. And then it turned into women being disrespected. We're not doing that. Like I said, I'm be the person that face value. Just and that's just what it is for me. Face value. And then even when we were trying to say, hey, it ain't that serious, this is that and the other, we still were being talked to like idiots. Pick a side, my nigga. If you're going to be ratchet and be a beast, then do that. Then do that. But I'm going to speak for the women. Hey, Diva, look at that. Look at one of the legends dropping down. I'm going to speak for the women, because nah, you're not going to call me dumb and stupid. I ain't even got a disrespect you and drag you. Like I said, sir, I ain't going to be here long, Diva. But like I said, sir, just when I see you, I'm going to treat you like I treat some of these bitches. I will sit there and I ain't got to say nothing to you, whether I agree with what you're saying or not. Now, Diva, you already know why I say that. Oh, shit. Baby, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even be here. In the sense of this sector, not my content, but the sector. I wouldn't have knew nothing about this motherfucking shit. But I'm just saying, y'all, listen. This was very impromptu. And if people did, if the 4 or 5 people, 10 people, 15 people did come over from the redirect, I just need to know that it worked. That's all. That's all. I just need to know that it worked. So when I start kicking off my other stuff and doing my own thing, that I know that it actually functions. That's all. I don't care about that man. But I do care about the women. And sometimes things just need to be understood. Our kids don't owe us nothing. But we put them in a place to where when it's time to reap the seed of our parenting, they can do it for us. Sorry about my bird, y'all. I swear every time I get to talking, my bird get to talking. But yeah, that's what that is. That's what that is. Peace and blessings to everyone. I am grateful for everyone that dropped down. I am grateful for the few people that did come over. I always do my satire, kick my shit if I'm talking my shit. Shout out to all the content creators that support me. Hey, shout out to those who don't agree. Shout out to those who be like, oh, she just using people for content and blah, 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 woo, woo. Shout out to y'all too, because everybody that click my channel and watch me talk make a difference in my mission. Don't forget that. I am about to find me something to eat because somebody decided to bless me again. I think I'm going to get some more saucy nugs. Man, I love me some Wendy's saucy nugs, y'all. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I am a junk food junkie. My cat, I have one cat that loves YouTube. Actually, my cat loves Jay Dunn. I don't know what it is. I'm telling you, he be glued. Either he sit at the edge of my bed or he sits in front of the TV if I'm watching Jay Dunn. But yeah, y'all, this really wasn't for nothing. I'm really waiting on a couple of other people to go live. It's a couple of things going on. People being told, get out. I heard it for myself. The crash outs is crazy right now. People got people shook. And I'm going to say this right here and right now. Hey, Sirius S Virgo. Thank you. Sometimes y'all got to pay attention. These crash outs is happening for several reasons, but I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to watch y'all do it. See, Joy Queen, and that's why I said what I said. Sometimes when you see people doing the most and trying to put out this narrative, it's because they've done wrong. So they feel like they owe somebody something. So listen, y'all got to keep paying attention and just sit back. Yeah, it's fun to do the commentary and talk a little bit, but we got to pay attention. These crash outs, when I tell you, y'all don't really understand what trolling is. Sometimes I'll be like, y'all really don't get it. And why we see things happening the way they're happening. Joy Queen, I'm going to tell you something, baby. I just said it. And I'm saying it from my experience. When my mother closed her eyes, baby, all hell broke loose. And I was able to sit back in peace and grieve because I did my job. I gave her bed, bath, and everything before she closed her eyes. With a hazmat suit on, whatever them suits called, with PPE on. So, is that serious, Bayless? Let me find out. Diva, now you got me telling on myself. Because you know they swear up and down. I been here for 2 years. But it's all good. It is all good. Look, didn't I just tell on myself, girl, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to shut up. Alana Spears, thank you for dropping down. Thank you to everyone that's coming in. I'm going to try to just get this little piece of lot of 30 minutes, just kick my shit off. But I am going to talk about trolling. See, like, I know some people, they come to these platforms and they look at things and y'all going to have to see. Look, somebody already saying, ask me if I order my food. And they may not understand the mastermind behind trolling, or the mastermind behind cyberbullying, or the mastermind behind certain things. Like when I reference certain things, I talk about the show Catfish. If you over Envies, I referenced it maybe 2 or 3. I know for a fact 2 times because I did it again last night. Sometimes the mastermind behind things is more important than what's put in our face. Yeah, we all know who Sirius Bayless is. Sometimes the mastermind behind things are more than what's being put in our face. But sometimes people don't listen because social media has stolen our attention span. It's taken away our ability to research. It's taken away a lot of our ability to think and be individuals. And we don't know how to sit back and let me look stuff up. Thank you, Joy Queen. Hey, Barn Dog. But I do those things, unfortunately, which is why it took me so long to do content. I was advised to start doing content in 2021. But it took me so long because I researched. I wanted to understand what trolling was and what doxing was. And I watched people and did things and looked at things and was just trying to figure out how moves move. Y'all want certain things to stop. And they not going to stop until the trolls stop. I'm going to leave that there. Catch that. Certain shit ain't going to stop until the trolls stop. And then the show going to be over. Shout out to Goosey. Oh my God, I was so excited seeing Goosey. Y'all don't even understand. Goosey got me through a lot, baby. Goosey, Diva, Tomboyish, Nightcrawler, like some of the people that would go live and be live late at night. Whoa, when I was in my first few years of recovery, they got me through a lot. All I needed to do was just hear somebody else talking to get me out my head. It's a couple of more people I would love to come back. Man. Or just come back and hit them hard. Hey, River Flow. Hi, honey. Shout out to River Flow. You know what, Diva? You introduced me to TC. Damn, I'm a messy bitch. Did y'all hear that? Can y'all hear me? TC ain't been over here yet, Diva. I'm a little disappointed and hurt. But all I'm saying is y'all got to pay attention. And I mean pay real attention. Move around a little bit. Read some things. Do some things. I am wonderful, honey. I did some revisions. Yeah, she ain't came over yet. I be seeing her sometimes, but she ain't came through yet. Or at least she ain't dropped down. I've been doing some revisions. I've been talking to 2 different people. Okay. Somebody has hit me up on the back end with some things, some ideas. Somebody else hit me up on the front end. I'm collaborating with some people. So I'm doing some different things, y'all. I will continue to remain adjacent though. Yeah. And that's cool. The same way I did a lot of people, Diva. You know that. I say it all the time. It's some people I just be chilling. But it really ain't no mess over here, Alana. Yeah. I mean, I really don't kick up mess. I don't even drag people for real. Like, okay. Well, TC, shout out to you, babe. I promise you, we really ain't a lot of mess. I'm adjacent, and that's for sure. I'm doing what I need to do the right way. Alana, not like, so Alana, okay. So you say it's a mess over here. But the only thing I said in this live that used curse words was stay away from me when I was speaking to that individual. And it wasn't about anything but the fact that I didn't. Oh, the story. Okay. Thank you, Franklin. See, that's why you got that tight blue dress on that you keep having to adjusting. Yeah, I respect that because I'm the same way. Oh my God, thank you for cat. Oh my God, thank you for the Cash App. Thank you for the Cash App. I really appreciate it. Hold on, I gotta respond. So while I'm here, let me go ahead. Okay, nice. Yolanda. Hey, boo. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring you. Thank you to everyone who's coming through and dropping down. Let me go ahead because I see some of my rainbow sisters is in here. Some of my rainbows and brothers is in here. Sunday, I'm hosting another lesbian panel. But this panel comes from a subby, and the topic will be stud women and men in their issues and we all know for some reason stud and heterosexual men, or even gay men sometimes, have this sense to gripe and fight with each other. I don't know if it's because the studs got too much testosterone or the men ain't got enough. I don't know what it is, child, but that's going to be my next panel. I do welcome heterosexual men to come in. They cannot hit the link. The only reason is because certain men hit links and just get belligerent, and we're not doing that. Only person get belligerent is me. But I would like to hear from some of the stud women, some of the men, or however it can go. But that's going to be I do lesbian panels on Sundays. So that's what that's going to be. See, Diva, and that's why I'm sis, look, come through. You just come through and say it, because I feel sometimes the same way. Joy Queen, I be everywhere, baby. Trust me. I'm telling you, when I'm telling you, I be doing my research. This is some of my core. This is my adjacent, but trust me, listen, girl, I've already been jotting stuff down, and then people been hitting me up like, hey, I would like for you to do this. I'm gonna help you with this free of charge. You got it. You got a niche, blah, blah, blah. Girl, when I tell you, it's gonna be hard work, but the work gonna be worth it in the end, because I do have a voice. And God, when I get on camera, child, somebody messaged me and told me I don't get on camera enough. And I was like, listen, listen, I need my studs to chime in though. And I have a lot of stud following over here. Most of my a lot of femmes follow me on TikTok, but over here I know a lot of my following is studs. So I need y'all to drop down and chime in. And then I think my next topic after that, the following Sunday, is going to be about infidelity in relationships. But yeah, shit, I went over my 30-minute mark. I'm about to go ahead and order me some lunch. Thank you to those who sent me cash apps. Y'all really know my begging ass, section. I really ain't been doing it a lot because I don't want nobody to think I'm a true beggar. Haha. But I do appreciate everything that y'all do. Shout out to Shot Kim Ra, who put me on to. I keep thinking about that girl who said she'd go live for $20. I said, oh shit, but I get it. She not monetized. Hey, thank you guys so much for coming through. Thank you to everybody who dropped down. Thank you to my mods who come in and support me no matter what. They could be somewhere else in the world because there's always something going on and kicking off. I'm actually about to go do some more networking and doing some more research on things. I appreciate y'all. I really, really do. I do have fun talking to my 10, 11, 12, 25 people. Don't get it twisted. I'd be happy that y'all here. I'm just trying to save some of my mental space. But yeah, I might even change the title actually, because it ain't that serious. I might leave it up for 24 hours and then change it. That's what I'll do. This live was for the ladies though. We got to stop letting these men talk to us stupid and then want to go back and forth with them in the chats. Like, that dust. I keep telling y'all, we black some of these people out. I mean, I hope so. I feel like truly, like certain people that y'all complain about so much, because I don't complain about the people, they content for me. But I do believe if we black some of these people out, not even for a long time, but just truly black them out, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Not even boycott them, just black them out. Just ignore them. Man, do you know how much shit has changed around here? But yeah, I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful Thursday. Again, thank you to those who send me a couple of dollars. I am definitely gonna give me some. I think I'm gonna give me some saucy nugs. I'm about to chill, get back in these streets, because after this week, I will be back working. Or something relevant to that. I'll holler at y'all. Thank you so much. I love y'all. Have a great day. Thank you for coming to my secret garden. Bye. I'm stupid. I'm thinking I'm on my damn iPad.